welcome back to another season of One Room Schoolhouse. My name is Jonathan and this is Tim, and we're so excited to be back doing videos with you guys. We hope you all have had a great summer. We've had a really good summer too, a super busy one actually.
Yeah, between teachers' conferences and doing a lot of stuff with college student program, Summer Institute, and getting banned off YouTube. Very productive summer.
Real successful on all fronts.
You know, I feel like that used to be a harder thing to get banned on YouTube, and now it seems a little easier if you just kind of have conversations. And actually we, on our radio program, had an attorney on who is representing a lot of people related to getting certain injections in their body that's supposed to be like the magic juice that makes you not vulnerable to certain things.
Except it does, but that doesn't change anything, but it helps. Just do it. Just trust the science, right?
But this attorney actually was even talking about what was legal in states for mandate requirements, and the fact that we mentioned the certain shot that you might get in a scenario and requirements, and actually what the law said, and this attorney was literally just saying, here's what the law says in these states, here's what the government can and can't do, here's what governors can and can't do, and YouTube was like, whoa, the idea of giving people a choice? We are against that in our true communist fashion, and so they said, we're not gonna do that anymore. So we've been on restriction on YouTube. Well, I don't know how long it's gonna last. They're probably gonna find something else that they think violates their policies, and who knows until some of the other big tech gurus come along the way. However, summer really was good other than the nonsense of big tech. And we did a lot of stuff with Summer Institute. In fact, we had a couple sessions for a couple weeks at a time. We had college students coming in, and actually we have some interviews with them. You guys check these out. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Tiara Tuttle, and I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Now, Tiara, when you first came, I did not realize that I actually knew your brother and had known him for years. And then anyway, so it's super exciting you were here. And in the midst of you coming, what made you think you wanted to come? Like, how did you find out about the program and you were like, man, I want to do that? Or was it like your parents were like, you have to go, you're in trouble? Like, how did that work?
Well, I had just finished high school, and my dad's the first one who brought it up. He's like, Tiara, there's a 2-week history camp. And at first I was like, no, I just finished high school.
I mean, I wouldn't go to history camp either. That sounds, I'm not sure about that.
I was like, no, I need to just have a break and have some summertime. And then, so I was like, no. Then I remember going to WallBuilders website and like looking at it, and I was like, this looks kind of cool. And I just had a feeling that I should just go for it. And my dad was so happy. And so then booked a flight, applied, did all that, and I was able to come.
Okay, so your dad was happy. Now that you've been here for 2 weeks, are you happy you came?
I am overjoyed that I came because WallBuilders has way exceeded my expectations.
Okay, so when you looked like maybe on the website, did you know you were going to see, for example, we do lectures, obviously, we have guest speakers. Did you know you were going to get to see the artifacts and like mess with them, hold them, learn some of that stuff?
Yeah, not only are we seeing incredible artifacts, but we get to hold them. I think it was a letter by George Washington. I just remember holding it in my hands and just like getting this overwhelming feeling. It was things.
So when asking you what was one of the favorite stories, even artifact related, you said like this kind of stuff. So tell me, and so everybody else can know too, what was one of your favorite stories learning with the artifacts, some of that stuff?
Well, so I've just loved hearing about the stories, and there's been a lot of stories about young kids who are complete ballers with guns. And Annie Oakley, she's just one of my favorite people, and we dived really in depth about her story, and this is actually her pistol, right? Yeah,
so initially it was Frank Butler's, and then Annie used it and shot it, and even right from one of the coins that Annie shot out of the air, which is pretty amazing. And I know that you had seen the musical, Annie Gets Your Gun, so right, you knew some of the Broadway story.
Yeah.
We learned a little bit more about it, but getting to see and hold some of this, for you, that was definitely a memorable thing.
Definitely a memorable thing. And learning that she had to like really care for her younger siblings because her family died and she was 8 years old when she had to start shooting a gun.
Okay, so after 2 weeks, we've done so much, learning so much of the story of America, diving into some of the Christian heritage and the Constitution, and really even how the Bible applies to our life, but then in culture around us. At the end of 2 weeks, what's something that you now are taking away that, okay, my thought of this is different, my perspective is different. How are you different? What are you taking away after 2 weeks?
Already, I've just felt like I've become so much more equipped with things that I can say with people that maybe want to have a conversation about our founding and just issues. I feel so equipped to talk to them about it. And it makes me want to like get into good conversations about these things. And I really liked how here at WallBuilders, you've emphasized the importance of thinking, not learning. And I loved being able to think here and not learn. And really diving deep into what is the truth about our founding, the truth about our founding fathers. It's all based on the Bible, and it's been a really good experience.
I love it. I'm so glad you got to come. It's fun now to know more people in your family because your brother's awesome, and now getting to know you is super cool too. So I'm really glad you came, and certainly excited to see how you have some of these conversations. And I know we'll be in touch, and you'll let me know about some of these conversations and how you use this information. But definitely glad you came, especially since you thought you were coming to history camp. And I'm glad you think it's way more than history camp because that doesn't sound very fun. But what we do is super cool to get to dive into this stuff. So I'm so glad you came. As you can see, we had a lot of fun engaging with students, helping teach them. They learned a lot, and it's something that you actually can find out more on the website, wallbuilders.com. You can go to initiatives, and there's a lot of things we do. Now, we also had a teachers conference. We had hundreds of people on this waiting list. We had teachers from all around the nation that were coming in, professors, different kind of administrators from different schools, a lot of high school teachers, public school teachers, and helped show them a lot of truth along the way. Now, with all that being said, when the school is getting ready to kick off, actually, unfortunately for some of you, it already has kicked off. I'm sorry. Life didn't used to be this miserable in America. We used to actually have a longer summer months. It's crazy. Nonetheless, we'll talk about progressives later. We'll talk about their change in the education system later. One of the things I am excited about with this coming season of One Room Schoolhouse is the fact that we actually get to have some pretty fun interviews with some friends along the way.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. We're going to have people from all different types of experiences and backgrounds, maybe even some congressmen, people in the government, people that are constitutional experts, entrepreneurs. It'll be really interesting and fascinating to speak with them, learn more about their experience, and hear their stories about what they're doing during this time and things of that nature. So it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a great season with a lot of good information, so you're going to want to tune in and keep up.
Yeah, and we're also going to go through, as we are still in the middle of a remodel, we're actually putting things back together. During the summer, we took so many artifacts over to the Summer Institute, to the teacher training program, which was over in Irving, and so we're bringing it back now. We're filling the room up, and so officially we'll give you guys a tour once the room is put back together. We'll even take you around, show you some of the other remodels happening here at WallBuilders, but a lot of stuff we're excited about, some new artifacts in. We definitely want to be able to help tell some of those stories, which especially as we're getting going with the school year now. There's going to be so many things that we know. There's a lot of woke teachers out there. There's a lot of woke things in culture that are being promoted that simply aren't historically true. So we want to walk through a lot of those historic truths. We have artifacts to confirm a lot of what the story is that actually happened historically and tell those stories. So a lot of stuff. We're so excited to be back, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time on One Room Schoolhouse.